now. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we're recording. So what we're looking at doing for the next 90 days is, depending on what your goals are, it doesn't have to be you want to be national marketing director in the next 90 days. It's really just the point of having this accountability group is whatever your goals are. And to be honest with you, it's not just about our Juice Plus businesses. Talking to Sandy, it was very clear because she's done these multiple times. And you'll hear in the call when I post it, she went from National Marketing Director 39 Club at a spring conference, and 6 months later at the next conference, she was 100 Club. So she went back to back 90 days to really reach her goals. They were very big goals, required a lot of work. And she does say that as well, but it's just, she really goes over and over again about how important it is for us not to just have our business goals, but to set some intentions as well. So say if my goal is, okay, I want to be qualified national marketing director by the end of these 90 days. But she said you need to have some intentions as well outside of that. So you're not just focused on that end result, because to be honest, life may happen, things may come up, we may not get there, but we also want to, for example, I want to create a better routine for myself and be more organized in my week so that I am focused on connecting with my team weekly, like weekly calls with everyone, just setting intentions like that, so that you know you're going to grow either way, whether you hit that goal, which is obviously what we're working towards, but if you don't, you still reach those intentions. You've grown in your business, you've grown as a person. She also talks a lot about putting your mind in the right place, whether that, like Jen, we've talked about this before, that morning meditation time or prayer time. I don't know if Andrea, you are still doing your meditation. I've been like up and down with my stuff, but trying to put that in place, that we start our day with that mindset. Like every single day needs to be a reset. No matter what happened yesterday, today's a new day, right? Whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's prayer time, whether it's meditate, all that stuff. So this journey over the next 90 days is not just about those goals for your Juice Plus business alone. It's about goals for yourself personally and how we can support each other and grow through that. And there are going to be things. So what'll happen is I will be posting daily or weekly activities to do. So action-oriented things. And one of the things that Sandy really suggested as a precursor to getting started, and our date is Monday, September 11th, but one of the first things to do is to listen to the audiobook by Jen Sincero, You Are a Badass. It is a really good book. She's hilarious. She's so like monotone with her voice, but it's like super funny stories, which makes it even better. So she has You Are a Badass. I just found it on YouTube and listened to it. And then their second one is You Are a Badass at Making Money. Okay, so it really talks to, the second one talks to maybe some of the ideas that people have behind money being a bad thing, or it's a selfish thing to make money, that type of stuff. It really speaks to all that. And the You Are a Badass really goes into dealing with some blocks that some of us maybe have. It breaks it down into kind of, I think I can't remember how many main criteria, but just in order to be successful, here are some really big things that you need to get yourself in order with to move forward. So, and all of the things that Sandy talks about are in there as well. So I'm going to post that at the beginning as well. So we'll have these different activities, and some things that we're going to do, they're going to push some of us out of our comfort zone, okay? They're going to make us do some more work than we've done before. And that's why we have that support group, okay? So there's not, I kind of went back and forth on this a little bit. I don't want to make it a group that if you join and you don't exactly get your activities done on the day it's due, you're kicked out. We're not doing anything like that. But what we're going to do is I actually want us to kind of buddy up. So depending on how big the group is, I want to have partners. So say like Rachel and I would be partners, for example, and you and Jen and Andrea would be partners. And these would be like, I'm going to have to use what Sandy said, integrity partners. And those are people that if you're struggling, or if like, say if I don't get my assignment done, Rachel can call me and say, dude, what's going on? Why, like, what happened? And you know what? Why don't we do something together then? I've got you. We can do this. Okay? So that because I know I haven't done it, right? Like we all know when we haven't done something. So instead of hiding under a rock, we have a partner that can kind of come alongside us and pick us up. And that's really what I want to try and create with this group. I don't want it to be huge because I find sometimes we lose that intimacy then. But I think if we do have partners and buddies, then it really does help us work through those moments of, I really hate this assignment. It is so out of my comfort zone, but somebody's going to come alongside and help me. Okay. So that's what we're going to do with that. And there's going to be things that we're going to use a lot of the stuff from Sandy and Michelle's Accelerated Path to NMD, but we're also going to add some other things and have some like group discussions on if we do struggle with some stuff. Say if there's 2 or 3 of us that, okay, it says my internet is unstable, so hopefully we're good here. If there's 2 or 3 people that are struggling with the same thing, maybe we have a Zoom about it and we give input with everyone. How can we work through this? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? And maybe we can create a plan together. But the thing is, 90 days is a long time. Most of us can stick to something for 30, but I will tell you personally, once I get past about 45, maybe even 60, this starts to happen with my motivation, with my commitment, all that type of stuff. So I really want to do this. And I know for me, kind of leading it, it's going to be a lot more work doing it that way, but I'm ready for it. So what I'd also like to do with everyone that is involved, we're going to book a time to meet one-on-one. Oh, hi, Nick. You're in the other room. We're going to meet one-on-one. Just through phone for like 15, maybe 20 minutes every single week. So we'll pick a time. Say it's like Andrew and I are going to talk Tuesdays at 11 till 11:30. Rachel and I are going to talk Thursday evenings at 8. That type of thing. So I'm committing to doing that with everyone every single week because I want to know where you're at, what you're going through, if you need any specific support, if there's anything else that we need to do in the Facebook group, that type of thing. Okay. And then we're also going to have a Voxer group. So we'll have, I don't want to do a Facebook Messenger chat. I find Voxer's just better with the voices. Jen and Andrea, when we did that first one, I know it can be a lot sometimes, but it's like a 911 type of spot, right? Whenever anyone was literally like, if they had just talked to somebody in the grocery store and couldn't get it out or didn't know what to say, got in the car, sent the Voxer right away, and you had feedback from somebody immediately. So we're going to do the Voxer group. We're going to have the Facebook group where all the assignments will be posted. And what will happen is the assignments will be there with the date when they're, like the goal of when it's due. And say if it's, okay, in the next week, you're going to send 20 people the What is Juice Plus video. But then there's a description, right? First, how you open the conversation. You're just not going to spit stuff on everyone. That is not the goal, right? And then what you're going to do when you finish it is you're going to, in the comments, you're going to post the names of the people you talk to. That's kind of how we hold each other accountable, okay? And honestly, if you only got 10 or 8 or 15, put the names there, okay? So that's how this is going to work, and we're going to like handhold with each other. If you have any team that would be interested in joining, or if you have some new team that maybe joins in or joins our organization while we're doing this, then let's chat. And if it's somebody who really like loves to be a part of something that's moving and going, then maybe they could jump right in with us. We can talk about that. But that's really what this is all about. and what we're working towards. And so what we're probably going to start off with is also having everyone think a little bit about what their goals are and what their intentions are for the end of the 90 days. So we can really like celebrate that with each other and all that type of stuff. So that is our kind of outline for the program. Did you guys have any questions or anything? No? Nobody? We're all good? What do you think, Rachel? This is totally new to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, well, my goal is, I feel like my goals are baby, just because
it's all good.
But yeah, like literally some of my goals are, I'm like, okay, know more about this so I can actually talk to someone in the grocery store.
Perfect. Well, and that's something too that Sandy said. She said no more TV watching for 90 days, by the way. TV out. But instead, the reason is because it's not a productive activity, right?
Yeah.
But so just like you said, Rachel, about learning more. So spending your time watching something, maybe like those documentaries on Netflix, even about like Sick, Fat, and Nearly Dead, Food Inc., all that stuff. And then going on to our Mission Driven Model site, and there's all those videos on the product and specific things on cancer, ADHD, kids, nurses, doing that. That's where we put our time in, right?
Yeah.
So that's an awesome goal. That's a great intention as well, to just grow your knowledge, right? So that's perfect. Andrea?
Yes.
Good?
Yeah, I think it's good. I like the idea of doing sort of like a 90-day, not just focused on your business, focusing on everything, because I think that's, I know for me, I kind of very much get into like all or nothing thinking with any aspect of my life. And then, you know, it just, not only is it too hard to sustain, but you need balance, right? Because things, so I think I like that idea of setting, you know, whatever we decide, whether they're big or smaller, quote unquote, goals in our business or personal, just having goals in all areas, I think is a good idea and important. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to better all areas of our lives too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Having balance is not easy for most of us, so.
Yeah. Not at all. Another thing that she said too was just having that discussion with your family too. If you've got some really big goals, we've talked about this before, I know, Andrea, about that. Like my kids, they know Qualified National Marketing Director bonus is going, they've chosen towards Great Wolf Lodge. That is our family goal, or family reward. So they really, like my guys are usually pretty good now. They're used to me doing this, but there are times that are busy with events and with boot camp or conference or whatever. And they remember that. And if we can kind of keep on track, this is our family goal. This is what mommy and daddy are working towards. Like, oh, Great Wolf Lodge. And then it's like they've forgotten why they were mad in the first place.
Yeah.
But if you do that, then it's like that reward at the end of the tunnel, right? When those days come or those weeks come where you're crazy, crazy busy. But another thing that I think it's in the beginning, the Michelle Ball video, she talks about saying yes for 90 days. So saying yes to those opportunities that are presented. So if it's a play date in order to meet new people, bring the kids along, or if it's a coffee date with somebody, or if it's a, like, I don't know, a new dance class, Rachel, whatever it is, where you can go and network with more people and just meet more people, share what you do, what you're passionate about, add social media, that type of thing. It's a 90 days of saying yes. And sometimes that's going to be tiring, and sometimes it's going to be super exciting and motivating. But it's kind of having your, again, those intentions and that end goal set before you even start, because there will be times that you're tired. Like I said, I really, really do struggle once we get about those 45-day mark. I get bored really easily. So it's like I've focused on this one thing for long enough now. That's why I have the job I have, I think. But doing it and finding new ways to doing things but yet still doing the same daily activities, just kind of in my way, maybe changing it a little bit or whatever. That's what I need to figure out how to do, because the consistency is what creates the results. Same as exercise. Like, what are you really going to do in 30 or 45 days, right? You have to be consistent with what you're doing, eating right, all that type of stuff. Another thing that Sandy said is to set yourself up in a really good spot when you start. She's like, you should do a shred before you start. I'm like, we're starting on Monday. She's like, okay, do a shred for the first 10 days of like each of your month, like we've talked about with our customers and friends anyways, but it really puts you in a great spot in a mental state to focus on those goals too. So that's another thing we can talk about if we want to do that as a group to really stay focused. She says no wine for 90 days. Cheers, ladies. My fuzzy navel right here.
Paula, I think it's amazing, actually. I love the idea of buddying people up. I think that's very clever.
Yeah, I like that too.
And right now I'm on day 4 of a shred. And I'll tell you, you know what? When you just clean everything out and create those habits. And that's all you're talking about here is those 90-day habits, right? So it's, and I think that doing a shred together would actually be very uniting for your group.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's going through it together because we've got one going right now and it's awesome. Like I can't believe the energy in the group that we have right now. And it's a lot of work and just making sure like as a leader that you're leading, you know, everybody and posting and all that. But you know what? The feedback I'm getting is really great. So I think that'd be a nice way to bring you all together.
Awesome.
No, I'm here to help whenever I can do.
Nick says he's here to help whenever we need him.
Thanks, Nick.
He's putting the kids to bed right now, which is a wonderful help. So thank you. They said thank you. Yeah, he is coming to conference with me. It might be his last time coming to conference though, because of full-time work at the camp. I don't think he's allowed to take vacation between basically the beginning of April till the end of November. So he might not be coming to conference anymore after this one.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Unless they had it in March. They had it in March one year.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was March break. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording.